Good morning. You're listening to First Talk with Hal Rowe on WHKY Talk Radio in the Greater Hickory Metro. Mandy Pitts-Hildebrand joins us this morning. She is CEO. And what's the actual title? Because it involves travel tourism in the Civic Center. What's the actual title that you're CEO of the Newton Conover Tourism?
Well, it's Hickory Conover Tourism Development Authority, but really it's the Hickory, doing business as the Hickory Metro Convention Center and Visitor Center.
Hickory Metro Center and Visitors
Center or Bureau, whichever you feel like calling it today. So really, Convention Center and the Visitors Bureau. So we are the destination marketing organization for our county, but we really say Hickory Metro because Hickory is in 4 counties, technically 3, but you have some space in Alexander County with the Hickory address, may not be in the city limits. So really people know us as the Hickory Metro. As long as people are coming here, we're happy.
Well, it's nice to have you with us. You're coming in from time to time this year. We just could not continue to do the show without a Mandy Pitts-Hildebrand segment in there somewhere. So you're coming in about a quarterly basis to tell us what's happening with travel and tourism. Where would you like to start this morning?
Well, let's start off with tourism. I hope that all your listeners, and if you haven't seen it yet, I hope that you'll Google out there the travel and leisure. Hickory Metro was recently ranked #1 in travel and leisure as the most beautiful and affordable place to live.
That's
a big deal. Huge deal. And I know I've heard Sarah Killian talk about it and others as well. Our friends at the City of Hickory, the Chamber of Commerce, all of us talking about, it's all about partnership and all of us working together in tandem and putting the word out, not only here, because everyone here is our best ambassador, but all of us reaching out to friends and colleagues and folks across the country. And then we've recently been able to bring in some travel writers that have been writing and talking about our area as well.
Well, how about social media and how about your email? Did it kind of blow up? People saw this, Travel and Leisure.
Absolutely.
Big magazine, right?
Absolutely. One of the biggest, probably one of the most things a lot of our followers have seen and liked and shared as well.
Very good.
And there's a lot. There's a lot to that. It's really great information and it's true. And we're out there. And if the top 10, there are only 3 in the Carolinas. Number 3 was Greenville, South Carolina, and number 8 was Raleigh, North Carolina. So Hickory has been working very, very hard for decades to really, as we're trying to get more residents here, because residents are visitors first.
Congratulations on your portion or your part that you played in that. Congratulations on that, and for everyone who is involved, and the city of Hickory, of course. What else is going on?
Yes, thank you. And our partners at Visit North Carolina were extremely proud of that ranking too.
Good.
We work really close with them as well. So here it is, mid-April.
Right.
In 2 weeks or 3 weeks from today, it is National Tourism Week, Travel and Tourism Week. And we usually get together and talk about that every year anyways, but we can go ahead and talk about it earlier. Travel and tourism, when you think about our area, a lot of times people may not think about that. Hopefully, over the past decade or more, people are starting to realize, yes, this is a destination. Whether you're here to come see something at the Speedway, the Crawdads, theater, music, museums, concerts, you name it, at Lenore Ryan, sporting events. So really travel and tourism and hospitality partners would be the restaurants and other places like that. There's more than about 2,500 employees in Catawba County alone that are in the hospitality or travel and leisure.
That's incredible.
Industry, which is a lot of people.
A lot of people coming into the area and a lot of heads in beds, people spending money. We were talking the other day with fine folks from Parks and Rec, and we're talking about more of the tournaments and the things that are coming in, everything from gymnastics to football. And it used to be kind of like soccer, and that was it. And then more and more started to, and we're getting folks who are staying in the area and participating more. So very, very good.
So that week will probably, if you really follow us on social media, visit Hickory Metro, and then you'll see some of our hotel partners, some of those that work in the restaurants, the folks that people may come to our community for the first time, and those are the faces they're seeing, the people that are greeting them in the hotel, people that are greeting them at the restaurant, people that are taking a ticket at the Crawdad Stadium.
Right.
You name it. So those are really important ambassadors in our community, and so we're really going to spotlight them throughout the week. So it'll be fun, and you'll learn something new, so I say check that out.
Good.
You're the Trail. We've talked partnership again. Catawba County Trails. I think that's one of the reasons, and Hickory, all the investment on the outdoor trails, Conover, Newton, the list goes on in our area. I think the outdoors has become one of the biggest reasons that visitors do come by here as well. And
I was on my way to Virginia this past weekend, saw a lot of billboards and a lot of other communities as I was on the highway who were mentioning Year of the Trails, and actually saw a lot of that So it's good to know that we were way ahead of the curve on this one, with what's going on with the city walk, the bike trails, and so many other things.
Absolutely. And it can be really creative too. I mean, downtown Hickory, you've got the selfie trail. You can take pictures, the selfie trail, pictures of you. You can take the history trail throughout Catawba County. So the
Right.
trail can be a lot more than just exercising and bicycle trails, but really you see more and more of the past 10 years. So we are ahead of that curve for sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Talking about this past weekend, visitors, Hickory Hops brought in lots of people. And downtown Hickory, Lenore Ryan University had their Spring Palooza, their
Yes.
football, spring football, as well as lacrosse
Yes.
and music. And so you got to think all these different ways that people are coming to our community. This next weekend is Charity Chase Half Marathon, which will bring a lot of regional runners, but also those from different states as well.
Right.
And so they'll come right near WHKY, I do believe, next week, next Saturday. And just all the upcoming concerts and different things we have in our museums coming up. So again, talking about visitors, there's so many reasons people visit. And you mentioned some tournaments in May. I mean, in May, I started thinking about this. We have gymnastics, we have soccer, we have track meets. There's something called the All-Star Race in North Wilkesboro. Well, a lot of those guests are going to be
Oh.
staying in our community that
Didn't
week.
think about that, but
Yes.
yeah, there's only so many accommodations up in that area.
Right.
So yeah, they'll be here.
It is really hard to find a hotel room in our community that weekend, which I think is the third weekend of May. So all of these different people are coming in here, and people are like, what's going on? And the convention center, I know we're kind of probably running out of time.
No, we're good.
Moving forward. So, but going on to the convention center, so we've got our tourism, and here we are, the destination marketing organization. But one of the things our leaders decades ago said, we need a convention center. And that convention center will bring meetings here, different groups, and those are visitors that are going to make a positive economic impact in our community. So our convention center is getting ready to start its second edition. We plan to break ground May 1st and begin our new expansion, which I know we've talked about a couple of times, but if some of the listeners have not heard, we are doing a $14 million expansion. So what does that include? If you look at our convention center now, we're getting ready to renovate part of the space, the renovation part of 2005. We're going to renovate a space to make it more of just to update the style and the look and the carpet, bring the ceilings down. Many of you listening have probably attended a chamber event there, another kind of, you could have been at a comic book show there. You could have been there over the weekend for an event. And we're also going to do an expansion. Now, this expansion is going to go into the parking lot that goes west, like toward the back of the courtyard in the Hampton.
Gotcha.
And it is going to be a 35,000 square foot space with 30-foot ceilings, what allows us to have 4 basketball courts, 8 volleyball, hopefully 12 pickleball, 10 to 12 pickleball courts. So we can have this during the weekend, bring in more sporting events in that area. And during the week, it could be an expo. We could have a food expo there. We could have a boat show there. We could have, all kind of events. So we're really going to add on to the convention center, which I believe is going to be a major economic driver in a positive way in our entire region.
I think it's wonderful that you have the parking that was already built. You've got the parking deck already there, and you have some parking around the building other side as well. So, yeah, you're going to be set and ready to go there for the expansion.
Right, and speaking about parking, that is, we are, and you'll see during the renovation as we start, we will have some parking. Luckily, we work very closely with our hotels, obviously. We would not be as successful as we are without our partnerships with the hotels, that's where the money, how we pay for the convention center is heads and beds, as you like to say, and that's very true. It's occupancy tax and event revenue. So we're working with our hotel partners to have parking around there. The convention center will continue to stay open the entire time, the next year, and just learn more. Visit hickorymetro.com.
Talk with Harold, WHKY Talk Radio.